All right, come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. Let's talk about it. We have a special guest. We'll wait a second for everybody to come on in. Michael, what's going on? There's a couple people coming on in the chat. Views from the stand. What's going on? Hey, what's up, my man Zap? How you doing, man? Joe Boyd, how you doing? Come on in. We got a special guest, man. He is a USC football commit. And look, man, you guys already know how we do it here. We want to show big love to the USC football commits and those who are representing the Trojans. Raul, what's up, my man? So we got Madden, Riordan. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
So, man, let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about some USC football, man. You are a commit, and man, you got this thing rolling pretty much quickly, man. And one of the things that always kind of stood out to me is, especially you coming from California, it really kind of hit me strong, man. And said, man, this guy really knows what he wants to do and how he wants to do it, man. Let's talk about that, man. How did you come up this quickly with the decision, and when did you know about USC was the choice, school of choice?
Well, I mean, I grew up a USC fan my whole life. I've been to countless of games. Dreaming about this moment. So I've
Yeah,
always, well, this is really the only school I really wanted to go to. So
yeah,
when I got the offer, Coach Riley, his pedigree and all that. So I thought it was a decision then.
yeah. So so let's talk about it because now what's happening is now a lot of people don't. Some people are familiar with the process of recruiting, and usually when recruits come on, I usually talk to them about their whole process. Well, your process hasn't really started until I would say yesterday, if you know what I mean. And
Yeah.
the contact period hasn't came into effect until yesterday. So now the process is getting ready to really begin, even
Yeah.
though you committed to USC. So, man, let's talk about that. And I'm just going to name some of these schools real quick. For those who don't know, Madden, he's committed to USC. We got a bunch of people coming on right now, but he has Oklahoma, Texas A&M, Arizona, Arkansas State, Cal, Colorado, Miami, Tennessee, UCLA, and I'm probably missing some more. This probably is not updated. But how's this process going to work now for you as it gets ready to roll?
Well, nothing's really changed. I mean, yes, the last 2 days have obviously been very hectic. With the
Well, break
snow and
that down. Let
everything.
everybody know because I know how it works. Talk about what happened when because the contact period happened. What
Oh,
happened with the contact period?
so midnight of June 15th. Well, it was 9 p.m. our
Midnight.
time. It was 9 p.m. our time. That's when the colleges start to text you. So once 9 p.m., it was just crazy. Throughout the whole night, my phone was just blowing up. Throughout yesterday, my phone was just going crazy. Just all these other colleges texting you graphics and all that. It's a cool experience.
Wow, wow. And so yeah, man, it is crazy. And well, let's rewind back just a little bit. Growing up, when did football begin for you, and when did you know you kind of had that it factor? And the reason I say that is because there's a percentage of everybody of people that play high school football. There's not a high percentage of guys going to college to get an offer to full ride scholarship to play football. You were one of those guys. So when did you kind of know you were different?
Well, I started playing football when I was around 4 or 5. I started a little bit earlier because my brother, he played football, so my dad just threw me in there, flag. So I've been playing football my whole life, and I would probably say my 8th grade year, I played with the OC Buckeyes, which is one of the premier youth
Yeah,
football
yeah.
programs. So just going against the other top talent, across the country. That was COVID year, so we couldn't play in California, so we had to go
Right.
out of the state. So just experiencing that, just knowing where I am, and then obviously my freshman year playing varsity, starting, going against some of the top talent in California, you could see the difference.
So you kind of saw that you kind of had like a different gear at that point, and you kind of knew that like, hey, maybe I got something different going. I may be able to try to go and excel to another level.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you look at it now, I think of the school you go to right now, which is Sierra Canyon. Is it safe to say that USC has somewhat of a pipeline now to, when you look at Xavier Jordan, you look at Marquise Gallegos, and then you look at yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, USC used to have a pipeline with different. It kind of seems like it changes periodically, whether it's
Yeah.
Long Beach Poly, modern day, whatever. You kind of see Sierra Canyon kind of being that pipeline for USC.
Oh, 100%. I mean, we just throughout our school, we had 15 kids go to USC from Sierra Canyon, just not like sports. That was by
Right.
far the most. You know, we had Isaiah Elohim who flipped to USC, and just a bunch of people. I feel like it's just like a gateway. I feel like a lot of the coaches are there. USC is probably one of the most people that's there at the school. So
Yeah.
I say
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. No doubt about it, man. It seems like the tide is really changing as it relates to the pipeline. And as I said, it kind of floats around. It kind of rotates around throughout the years. And now it just seems like Sierra Canyon. So what is it like going up against a guy like Xavier Jordan, being that you play cornerback and then
Yeah.
he plays receiver? Talk about those battles in practice.
Oh yeah, those are fun. Obviously, he likes to talk. So, but no, he's great. He's gonna be really good, explosive. You know, strong hands, athletic. You know, you
Yeah.
get the ball in his hands, he could go 100%.
He's explosive. So who wins those battles? If I give you out of 10, 7 out of 10 Madden or seven out of 10 Xavier Jordan.
I gotta go me because as time early on, he probably got the best of me. But as I got to know him and what he likes to do and what he likes to go against, it
Yeah,
was pretty much over. You know,
yeah,
October. You know, but those are always
yeah.
fun. You know.
Hey, well, that speaks a lot to like who you are as a player because man, yeah, Xavier Jordan. You know what? When I watched him in spring practice, I saw him at Sierra Canyon and I knew how he dominated. I knew how explosive he was. But to me, it almost looked like in the spring game. You could tell me you feel the same way. It
Mhm.
almost looked like he was faster or it just had a different step. I don't know. Did
He
you
didn't
see
want to
that?
get hit.
Huh?
He didn't want to get hit. He not gonna let him step in.
You don't want to get. You don't want to get hit. Hey,
He got
hey,
the
well, you know,
ball. He saw him coming. He not getting hit. He gonna score rather than get
yeah,
hit.
yeah. Hey, when you don't want to get hit, man, it make you run faster, man.
100%.
No doubt about it. So you get ready to approach your junior year, man, and which is crazy, man. I mean, you getting all these offers right now as a sophomore, and so what are the goals though for the junior year?
Just put on a little bit more weight. I would say I don't really have any like goals. You know, last year I was a Max Prep All American, so maybe a Max Prep All American again as a junior. That'd be great. First team Mission League, a lot of those things, All State. But a lot of those things I did last year, so I just want to do them again. You know, but
Yeah,
pretty much just put on a little bit more weight.
yeah. So okay. So let me ask you this: when you look at the 2024, well, the 2026 class,
Mhm.
and you know it's four commits now. You got Tron Baker. I believe you have Dominique Kelly. Then you have, of course,
Brandon.
yourself, and then Brandon Lockhart. Um, how do you see this class coming together, though, man? And Juju was in that class. Of course, he
Yeah.
reclassified. How do you see this class coming together? It's just getting ready to get rolling.
No, obviously I'm really close with a lot of the 26 in California, you know, and all I've heard is just the new energy. It's pretty much changed, you know, with all these new coaches and everything. But this class, they say the 25 class could be special, but
Man,
from my experience, my talking, the 26 could be even better. You know, get a
I want
quarterback.
that.
I know
Yeah.
I was talking to Ryder. Get a
Oh
quarterback
my God.
that could be special.
Hey, let me tell you something about Ryder, man. That dude right there, he is. I'm very high on Ryder, man. He's. You know, I would put him up there as the best quarterback in the country at 2026 if it were me.
Yeah,
But the dude is extremely explosive, man. And his brother, have you seen his brother play though? Tight end,
yeah,
baller,
I
straight up
know.
baller. And so you kind of feel like the 2026 class could be just as good as the 25 class. So you talked about the new energy that's within the staff. I want to talk about that because when you committed to the old staff, right?
Coach Monte, yeah.
Yeah. And so now that you see this thing transition, how are you feeling and how do you view the new staff now?
Well, I mean, it's top tier. Obviously, it's just
Yeah.
NFL pedigree. You know, Coach Belk, Coach Lynn. I mean, just talking to Coach Lynn, he's probably the smartest coach that I've experienced. All these
Yeah.
college. Him just coming from the NFL. They're gonna run an NFL defense. They're gonna run a very fast, multiple defense. It's gonna be a lot of confusing looks, which is gonna be a little bit hard in the Big Ten, but it's cool.
Well, one thing I'll say though about, and we saw this with UCLA, their defense, as you stated, that scheme really confuses quarterbacks, and we saw that what happened with Caleb Williams. We saw it in the spring game. It really it's the packages, the disguises, man. I was talking to I had Drake Stubbs on here. He's committed to the 2025 class, and he talked about how the schemes are and how you can disguise some things, and he said it really he can capitalize on that, man. You feel like you can capitalize on that as well, just with your abilities?
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. I mean, Celis is one of my close friends,
Oh man.
And he had two of them. He was just in a cover 2 cloud, so
yeah.
And that confused them. So sky's the limits.
Absolutely, man. That's a great point, man. Celis balled out, man. St. John Bosco product, and so yeah, I totally agree with you. So what is going to be what exactly is going to be the process though, as far as because I know you're going to probably move around and do all your thing, which I think you should. I think that's part of the process because look, at the end of the day, how many people get to go in different states to see different things? I mean, come on, man. You got to do. I did it. I mean, it's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I've had this conversation with Coach Lynn. I know where I want to go. I mean, if you get to go to Texas or whatever, you get to go all these places you always wanted to visit. Always growing up. You gotta take those. Especially Julian Lewis said it best. On all these officials, like they're free trips. Like you might as well take them.
Can you say that one more time about Julian Lewis? Because our fan base, I'm not worried, but our fan base is about to freak out. Have you talked to Julian Lewis?
No, but we played on the same team, 7-on-7 team, so we had a lot of conversations about it. We're in the same group chat, so
okay.
I see all these things, but they're free trips. You get to go to Auburn, you might as well take it. If they're gonna feed you, if they're gonna get you a nice hotel, who doesn't want to do that?
Hey man, go get you some Texas steak, man. They say Texas got the barbecue or Texas steak. Get you some Texas steak sauce, man, and literally get lost in the sauce. But and so one of the things that I wanted to what outside of football, man, like who is Madden Riordan? I mean, what do you do? What are your hobbies outside of football?
Well, I mean, I would like to say school. I mean, I take school very seriously. I have a 4.5 right now GPA.
Right.
And I'm really trying to get, I've been taking filmmaking, and I'm really trying to get into that. USC is one of the best film schools in America. Right. I don't know if I'm going to get into that, but that's something I'm striving to do, of course.
Right.
But I run a little bit of track, but mostly school. Just trying to take school a little more serious.
So you're going to major in communications or arts or film?
I'm not sure yet. A
4.0 though, you got what it takes though. But I know that you I was reading something, and I'm gonna just touch on this a little bit. What Greg Biggins had to say about you, and I want to know what your favorite spot is. Where do you see yourself playing? More so cornerback, because you're explosive at cornerback, you're explosive at receiver. You can play safety. Where do you see yourself being utilized the most?
I'm not really sure yet. I mean, I played corner my high school career. I'm probably gonna play a little bit more safety this year coming up. But we had conversations, but right now corner probably.
Yeah. You look good at corner. I saw a clip last night. I think who sent that I saw a clip last night. Was it were you on 7-on-7s?
Yeah.
You had a nice catch in the end zone. And
yeah.
You look very fluid at receiver too, man. I mean, it seems like it's very natural for you. So, but you say corner is your best strength?
I'd probably say right now, yeah.
This is what Greg Biggins says. He says he has some length. He says he's rangy. He says he can play safety. He can play corner. I mean, he said this dude can really eat. He's very versatile. And I totally agree with the man on everything that you can do. So you said outside of football, you're gonna try to do the film thing. What does Matariola eat, man? What do you eat? What are
Uh,
your three favorite
I like
foods?
I like steak, mac and cheese, my mom's downstairs cooking some short ribs, so
Oh my God. She cooking them football meals, huh?
yeah, just trying to put on some weight.
Absolutely. So look, man, I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions before we get out of here, man. And then there's some other people that have some questions, and we'll get those out the way, and um, and we'll call it a day. Uh, I'm gonna name a couple of names, and I want you to tell me the first thing that come to your mind when I name these names. But real quick, before I do that, I want to test your IQ as far as USC. You gotta come with it, man. Hey, you say you've been following USC, so who are your favorite USC? Just give me two or three favorite USC cornerbacks. It's easy to say
Oh,
player. Everybody gonna say Reggie Bush, but
oh, okay. Well, of course, Adoree Jackson. I grew up watching him. You
yeah,
know, uh, Sierra Wright. That was one of my close friends
yeah.
personally.
And
You
he and
know,
he's an actor like what you want to aspire to do.
cause I trained with Sierra like most of my life. Uh, you know, I trained with Damani a lot. Even though he
Yeah, yeah,
transferred, Damani, one of my close
yeah.
friends. We train at the same spot. So probably them three.
Okay. I mean, there's some good choices, man, and they all come from very, very good programs. And yeah, man, I love Sierra Wright, man. Sierra Wright was an absolute baller, man. Um, so I'm gonna say a couple of names, and I just want to hear before you get out of here, um, your thoughts, your first thought that comes to your mind. First thought, one answer. Lincoln Riley.
Wait, say it again. Sorry. I was
Lincoln Riley.
first thought.
First thought.
Uh, I'll probably just say comforting. That's pretty much really what he's been to me.
Yeah. Everybody I talked to, I think Drake Stubbs said the same thing, man. They said he just really makes you feel like you're a part of the family. Doug Belt.
Oh, smart,
Super smart, huh?
smart and cool.
What just in between that, what makes you say that he's smart? What about him that brings off the fact that he's smart?
Well, just coming from being a DC, knowing all these coverages, knowing what to do,
Yeah,
how he wants to play it, where you want to be, just talking to him, being in the meeting rooms, that's pretty
yeah.
much it.
Yeah, I talk to a lot of people that talk about him, man. They talk about that he dissects the game very, very well. Yeah,
Mm.
I totally agree. Deanton Lynn.
Oh, cool. He's just one
Yeah,
of the guys,
yeah,
smart, humble.
yeah. Adoree Jackson.
Oh, fun. Fun. I just remember watching him at Sarah. My brother went to Loyola High School, so they were in the same league.
Yeah,
So just watching him at Sarah, going both ways, then coming to USC going both ways.
yeah. Well, that's all the names I got. So, any last things that you want to say before the USC fans and let them know as far as what they're getting and how you ain't gonna leave us, man, right?
As long, long as the coaches stay, I got you.
You get, hey, let the church say amen. Hey, any last things real quick that you wanted to say real quick before we get out of here, man? We definitely
Uh,
appreciate you taking out the time, man. It's been good. We know the short ribs is downstairs. You're gonna get in and smash them when you get down there.
yeah,
Anything you want to say, leave with the Trojan family, man, before we get out of here.
just fight on, and I got y'all with the 26 class. I'm gonna try to get this right, get some of these pieces in. Still early, but I know we
Yeah.
got a chance to be the best.
Hey, it's contact. It's contact period time. It's go time, man. You're
Yeah,
gonna be the number one recruiter, right?
I got you. Yeah, me, Tron. I mean, Tron and Brandon. I played with my whole life, so
Yeah.
those are my close friends. So Tron was really my biggest recruiter. He was when I got the offer, he was texting me
Yeah.
every single day.
Absolutely, man. Tron, I like Tron, man. He's a baller. You've had an opportunity to go up against him one on ones, of course. I know.
Oh yeah. We play on the same youth team. From like 10 years old to like 14, 7-on-7 team. So
Yeah, yeah,
going,
yeah.
yeah.
One more thing that just popped in my mind before you go. what does it mean to be a California kid and commit to USC, be committed to USC, and what does that represent to you?
Well, I mean, I feel like it's the dream for every single California kid to be staying home. So, I mean,
Yeah,
it's just the dream.
absolutely. All right, man. So we'll get out of here, man. Go ahead and get them short rips. Hold on for just a second before
I
you
got
get
you.
out. Hey, listen, everybody, man. Hey, we appreciate him coming in, man. Listen, I will get with you guys any updates, news, recruiting news. I will get with you guys ASAP. Until later on, everybody stay blessed. Fight on, fight on, fight on.